By nightfall, these hills will be swarming with
Galeb Duhr. Welcome back to Heroes and Whiskey. We are 3D printing our way through the D&D 5e Monster Manual, and today we are printing monster number 94, the Galeb Duhr. I feel like I've said this a couple of times, but I had never heard of a Galeb Duhr before I did this episode. Again, it's one of those monsters where if I needed kind of a rock thing, I would have looked for either a stone golem or a rock giant or something like that. So I'm curious to learn a bit more, and let's head out to my mini factory and find us a Galeb Duhr. There's a couple of Galeb Duhrs out in my mini factory. There's this one from Forge 3DX. This is a very faithful interpretation from the manual, just $4. If you're looking for something a little bit different, there's this set from Print Your Monsters. This is kind of a cool look. It's got like a head with runes in it. I'm not sure what this other thing is over here, but again, if you're looking for something different, this is a nice approach. And then there's this stone golem from Nordcraft Games. Could definitely be a stand-in for a Galeb Duhr, and in fact, this led me down the road of searching stone golems to see if I could find one that I really liked. And that led me to this guy from Goblin Art Studios. I don't think we have printed anything of theirs in the past, but I really like the kind of the pose, the look on the face, and so let's get this guy downloaded and printed. So Galeb Duhr is basically just a living rock thing. They don't really have a whole lot of purpose. It says in the manual that they can get used as like sentinels to guard deeper treasures or deeper magic secrets, and so maybe you find a couple of them at the entrance to a cave, and it's an indication that there's some deeper magic at work. So here's an encounter narrative that I will drop down in the description.
Before you is a boulder come to life, with limbs and features that emerge from the stone as if moulded by the earth itself. Hidden in the rugged highlands or amongst the crags of mountainous terrains, it blends seamlessly with its rocky surroundings. A sentinel of stone, animated by ancient magic, it moves with a deliberate, rolling motion, its eyes glowing with a deep, earthen wisdom. Upon noticing intruders, the Galeb Duhr rouses from its stillness, summoning the very rock around it to aid in its defense, preparing to roll and crash into its foes with the unstoppable force of an avalanche.
There's not a whole lot to say about this guy and how he looks and how he printed. He's designed to be rocks, and he very much looks like rocks. It does have a nice kind of surface texture to it, so it's not just like flat polygons. And in terms of how it printed, there were not any issues. It's obviously not a very complex figure, and it's quite small, and so both the figure and the base came out without issues. So overall, a pretty sharp looking Galeb Duhr. In terms of size, he looks about right. Supposed to be a smallish figure, and so he's coming in right around 4 or 5 feet. I guess it kind of depends on how you interpret the size of the shoulders and the placement in the head of all of that. But in general, it looks great. So this guy was just $3, which brings us up over $900 in terms of total money spent, and we printed him alongside a bunch of others, and so we are still sitting at 39 days and 3 hours of total print time. So if you need a Galeb Duhr, there's plenty of options out on my mini factory, including this one from Goblin Art Studios. Next up, we have the Stony Sentinel, the Gargoyle.